It's a very special segment that was actually introduced or was suggested by Eric, where we actually do some reaction because Kelvin is not here with us this week. We just wanted, since we always give him the tagline or the nickname saying that he's the king of EDMW. And for those of you who don't know, EDMW is essentially how do I describe them? It's a forum where a bunch of very interesting characters come together to discuss about other people. And Kelvin is the king there because he has multiple threads being started in his name. And people essentially trying to school him or trying to talk about him in very distasteful ways and sometimes even borderline mean. So since Kelvin is not here with us this week, so three of us would kind of do a reaction video to some of these comments. I just picked out a few comments here and there, and I just want to get Eric and Bunti understanding whether they have any replies to this kind of people. So this is the newest thread on EDMW. We famous really, you see. Adam Kukoko sharing his wisdom with Kelvin Learns Investing, gave his views on Tesla. This one, I think generally the comments were not as bad. And then of course we have Master Leong. Yeah, we have Master Leong here. And then basically there was more people siding with Adam compared to us, I think, because Adam is the Lao Jiao here, right? So he's the more experienced one. So then they're also saying Darren, who's also a guest on our podcast, saying Darren Young should have been there too to be scooped by Adam. Also changed his name to Darren Learns Investing. So I know, but these one
you
of
never know,
Darren's friend.
Once Darren and Adam stand together, you know who is schooling who.
Objectively, right? Darren is this commenter say he's a fanboy. I mean, that's a derogative way of saying that lah. But I think he is a huge fan of Tesla, and he does have very in-depth knowledge. He met up a lot of Tesla investors also, right, at the US side. So I would say, right, in terms of insights into Tesla, I think Darren any day can win Adam lah in that sense, but just in terms of Tesla. So if you talk in terms of broad market and all the trading, etc., right, which Darren doesn't do, then of course Darren should and probably will get schooled by Adam, because Adam is the guru there, teaching how many years already. Yeah, right. But I think Tesla-wise, I don't think Adam has a deeper insight or so-called able to school Darren.
Right. Then now the focus back to our king again. So Kelvin Learns Investing, on the other hand, is a FOMO king, fear of missing out. He buying to make a quick bucks. It seems, i.e., sell options on it. But now he realized, beep out already. Got any comments on this? Few comments are FOMO king, quick buck, sell options, and then now he realized he's screwed.
Actually, this comment is quite legit lah. Like in terms of selling options, right, whether call or put, right, it is a little bit of gambling mentality, right? Because you don't know how the market will go.
But I don't know whether you know how much Kelvin earned from options last year, whether you got watch the video or not. I'm quite sure you offset most of his losses.
You did say. But I think the thing is, in terms of the premiums you earn, right, and versus the profit, because I think he covered call, right? He sell covered call. So
he sold puts also. So he's been willing sell puts, then sell call, sell put, sell call.
Yeah. So I think the if let's say market sustain go up, right, the naked calls not so good. Bunch of nerds masquerading as
bunch of nerds masquerading as expert. Any comments? This one is targeted us.
Never I never say I'm expert. In fact, I say I was a noob.
Bunti, you're a nerd, right?
I'm nuts. I admit that. But just now the above comments, I think I won't call Kelvin FOMO king, because FOMO to me is like you look at everything go up, then you say let's go together, let's go in. I think those to me is FOMO. I don't think he's that FOMO, you know. He's more like quite balanced, neutral.
Right. I completely agree. So because I think a lot of people comment, right, they don't know his situation, right? Kelvin confirmed never FOMO, because he probably has a huge ton of cash outside. Just say, no, I'm not going to review anything here. I'm just joking. But from how I see him as a person and know him as a person, he doesn't, just because Tesla to the moon, then he all in and chong everything. Even though this is the facade that you see, like, oh, Kelvin is 85% Tesla. Yeah, but how you know what else does he have outside? So that's just that.
And the quick bucks also, I don't agree. Usually, quick bucks, I will call those who, let's say, like you buy in, wow, go up already, you sell, you make a quick buck. Like I will call this quick buck. You can use options, I think also can. But then for Kelvin's situations, his option strategy is kind of like using a kind of system, like a wheeling system. So I won't call it like making a quick bucks, It's not very speculative.
I think
it's just like following the system. Yeah.
The quick buck is more like the time. Like 1 month, a few weeks. Quick is quick. It's not saying that the method that he used. It's not a commentary on the method.
But his approach,
quick.
right? If you follow his approach, it's more like I'm doing this over like he has been doing this for at least 1 or 2 years, right? So he has been like, of course there will be some tilting, some change, small minor changes in his strategy over the time. But it's kind of like very consistent way of doing it. It's not like suddenly now wheeling is work, so option wheeling, so he do wheeling, and doesn't work, then he change, then keep on changing like that. It's not like that. It's quite consistent one.
Your perspective is he is not doing a quick buck, he has a strategy. So it's a consistent buck.
Yes. That's
so my point is the quick buck basically means that the strategy is executed very quickly, like in the span of 2-3 weeks. So that is, to me, the time span.
Yeah. So you look at the trades. You look at the trade itself, I do agree with you. It's just the overall strategy, I don't agree. I think also, I don't think everyone who view his video have the full context. You have to basically follow the entire journey and then understand what he's doing to understand like in the whole like context, right? How should you view this? So to me, it's not a quick bucks. Yeah.
Okay. Then this one, bunch of nerds masquerading as experts.
We already
not
say
experts,
we are noobs.
Yeah, okay.
People say we
are
are
noobs and we are nerds.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. Let me scroll down and see.
Ooh, chicken coco.
Oh, okay, another one. Come. I don't know why they like to sell options. Want a few subkey, earn that small premium, end up lose the whole capital. They act expert but naked sell option, then chill all the come gong follow lol. Writing option isn't for retail, especially if you don't know what you're doing. Usually writers are institutions with large capital doing market making strats or volatility bets. Maybe I comment first. For those of you who don't know, need to translate to English because this is not Hokkien or I don't know what channel is this. One of you subkey means one of you that you're superior or you're very, 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 very good in what you do. So what he's saying is if you're playing with options, you're essentially just trying to be penny wise, pound foolish. So you're earning the small premium, but if you get caught or if your strategy is sideways, then you might lose your whole capital. Fun fact, selling options, maybe sell call, yes, but sell put, I don't think so. You don't lose anything if you sell put, if the strategy don't come your way. Because at the end of the day, you're still purchasing the capital. I mean, I'm defending this because I'm the one selling put also. So I'm just willing to put my capital there. If it comes down, then I'll just buy at the strike price. So that's the selling put wise. In terms of selling call, I can agree what he means here. So maybe he means sell call. Then act expert but naked sell option. Then chill all the come on. I think it means stupid to follow. Yeah, to foolish lah. So I'm quite sure Kelvin doesn't sell naked. He doesn't sell naked call. He doesn't sell naked put. His calls are mostly covered. His puts are cash secured. So this is an invalid comment. But if you really do sell naked, then it's probably a very risky strategy. So that's that. Then the last part is writing option isn't for retail, especially if you don't know what you're doing. How do you know Kelvin doesn't know what he's doing? And who say writing option isn't for retail? What's wrong with writing option? Right option just sell put sell call only. Like if it's not for retail, I think MAS will ban it in your brokerage account. So evidently you can do it, right? So it's not illegal and it's available for there. And usually writers are institutions with large capital. This one I don't disagree. So this is true to a large extent because most of the writers are people with huge capital bases and they're basically just trying to do arbitrage. But doing arbitrage also not 包价. Like not all institutions do arbitrage. Like doing volatility bets means they confirm win money. That's also not the case. If not, all the institutions confirm printing money. But evidently you can look at their balance sheet, not everybody's printing money.
Yeah, I think this one, I'll say, I mean, don't read like, let's say if read one sentence by one sentence, of course we can comment and we can say there are areas that we don't agree and that's fine. But I think overall message, I think it's still the valid one. For example, like for those who don't know, like you just watch a YouTube video teaching you about selling options, then you go and follow. I think this is not the wise move to make now, because if you don't know what you are doing, then likely is that you are taking on more risk than you realize. So that's quite risky. So I do agree with the overall message here. Yeah, talking about like selling options, this may not be a good money to earn because of the risk. Yeah. Eric?
I don't really have much to say about this, except that I do generally I feel that options is pretty tough. Not just for retailers. I think even for like institutions, not to say that they don't get burned also. They also do. Sometimes the hedge fund they screw each other and all that. So it is very difficult to master. So if you are going into that, I think you need to be prepared to pay some school fees. Yeah. So
funny thing is, even in investing, it's the same, right?
It is the same, except that options, right, has an additional time factor involved. When you stick that time factor in, right, it becomes very extremely challenging. If I ask you to like finish this big bowl of ramen, right, and then maybe you can finish with some difficulty. But if I say you finish this in 5 minutes, then it makes it extremely difficult. So I don't know, like you do options, right? Sometimes I feel that investing is already tough.
Right.
When to go in, when to come out. It's already so tough.
So
you put a time limit to that.
Right. So I now, if I throw it back to Eric and Punti, right, from a viewer perspective, or let's say that you don't know him, lah. You're not a friend to Kelvin, and we don't have this background thing. Oh, okay. But anyway, do you think he's being irresponsible for putting content like that? He tell people that I earned 200,000 from options, or like his own trades and stuff like that. Do you think, how do you view him as a creator?
I think content-wise, I think those are all good, For example, right, all these option strategy, options trading, and so on, right? Just because like no one create a content and no one watching this content doesn't mean this thing doesn't exist. It still exists, It just exists somewhere that, like, I mean, those, let's say like a general YouTube viewers don't know about. There are many things happening that no one create content about, which then we don't have the visibility, right? So he just put a visibility on this area, that there's this thing called options, and these are the ways people play it. And then I think it's up to the viewers to decide whether, okay, this is something that make you interested and you want to learn and you want to use it for your own gambling or investing or whatever. That's on your side. You have to determine it yourself. But from the content perspective, he just like put a spotlight to that area, and as long as the content, meaning that the stuff that he said, and the knowledge that he tried to teach, right, is the established one. Say there's some you can verify it. It's not like he teach stuff that's totally wrong. Say for example, call options, share price go up, you make money. You don't suddenly go and tell people that if you buy call options, share price go up, then you lose money. This kind of things is like confirm wrong one. Then I would say it's bad content. But for him, I think those are really, you can cross check against other sources, and you will notice that actually what he teach, right, is really like those are like knowledge. You want to learn or not, that's your decisions now. Yeah.
I think I like how Chris, last week he came on and we asked him about equities and all that. So I think he also did remark that he saw Kelvin posting all the premiums he earned, right? And then he said he got like Xing Yang Yang, he want to try. So he went and tried, and then he realized he's not so good at it. So the difference between Chris, right, and maybe some random folks that watch the video, right, is that most people like to assign blame to someone other than themselves, rather than come to a realization that, hey, maybe I'm not that great in doing this option thing. Like maybe I should stop doing that. Like for me, right, personally, I know I'm not good at it. Like I see my past result, like how I trade and all that. I say, hey, not very good. Already the investing already not very zai already. Ask me to do option, I die laggy fast. So I thought, yeah, maybe I stopped doing that for a while. Let me focus on investing. So it boils down to whether do you know yourself or not, no? Like, are you willing to face up to the reality that, hey, this is just a tool. You can make money, you can lose money. Like, yeah, it's risky, it's dangerous, it's challenging, but if you can do it, kudos to you, like, good for you lah. But if you can't, at least realize it and not blame other people. But once you start blaming, right, then you say, oh, all these people are clowns, they don't know how to say irresponsible. Then you push the responsibility to someone else, right? That mistake will come back to haunt you. Sorry, 职业病, because I'm a teacher by profession. So I like
we
to
are
tell
being
my
schooled by you
students,
now.
yeah, I tell my students, hey, if you push the responsibility to say, my teacher don't know how to teach, like my school give all these things, how you expect us to do well? So you're taking that locus of control, giving it to someone else, rather than making the changes yourself. It's your life, ma. I mean, you can blame people, you can go onto forums and type all this. But at the end of the day, who gets to live out that life? It's you, lah.
Yeah. Actually, there's last one, right? You scroll down to the bottom. I want to get the opinion from two of you. So this one, I want to ask two of you, like this person comment, I don't trust these folks, right? So what's your comment on this?
Don't. Nobody asked you to. No, why would you trust somebody that you have never met? You don't know their accolades. And even, I do realize that when I started getting more and more traction, my LinkedIn profiles keep getting visits like every month, like people trying to scout, trying to see where I'm from and stuff like that. I mean, LinkedIn I can even put on Google, CEO of Google today. Like, LinkedIn is not going to do anything to me. You get what I mean? So my accolades, it can all be manipulated. So you click into a video, the thumbnail looks nice, the video title looks pretty intriguing. You click in, the person make good remark or bad remark, you make the assessment yourself. Like, you look at the argument, you look at his viewpoints. You believe or you don't believe, you trust or don't trust, it's up to you to make the decision. And more so, I will encourage you to not trust people. Try to triangulate, try to listen to more people's opinions and make the decision on your own. What's there to trust? I don't understand. Like, trust, or Kelvin say options is the best. All in options, I don't even want to invest really.
Hey, to be fair to this commenter, right, there are YouTubers that in the past, right, have said, they claim that trust me, bro. Like, I'm doing all this for you, believe me, when you burn, I burn more. Like, that kind of remarks. Like, so, there's an element of you trust me. I'm doing all this for you guys.
You see, sorry, I want to chime in here. With or without social media, or with or without YouTube, this thing will happen everywhere in your real life. You go into normal sales, people they trust, bro. Like,
trust me, bro.
Insurance also. Oh, yes. Trust me, I bought this plan as well. Like, I bought it for my parents. Then you blame the advisor, or you blame who signed on the dotted line, or who clicked the buy button in the brokerage account. Who made the decision at the end of the day. So back to that locus of control again, Eric, like what you suggested, right? You don't pass the locus of control so easily, and you are the one leading the life, your money, your own experience. So I don't understand what's there to trust in the first place. And then he still got one like. Remember, guys, to like our video. Our video get less than 100 likes sometimes. So
yeah, I think on this, my point is that I say I agree with what you just said. Like there's nothing that you have to like 100% trust, or you have to verify it yourself. But I would say let's separate into the two things. One is trust the peoples, meaning talking about Chikeng and Eric and myself. Do you trust me as a person? And then secondly, you have to separate this away from, do you trust the opinion or the ideas or the framework or the content that we delivered? Okay, so you have to separate these two. So the first part on the person, right? I think this one very hard to comment, because like Chicken mentioned, you don't know me. How can you trust me, right? So take that away. So you don't have to trust the person. You can just treat this as a random people. And then secondly, on the points, right? Can you trust the point that we all mentioned? Say, for example, I think that this will happen. I think that my idea is this and this, right? So all these points, right? If you separate out from the person, and then you can go and verify those points, right? I think it will make a much more meaningful thought process and also like idea generation and just help each other become more critical. And maybe you can throw out your ideas here and there, and so that people can attack your points as well. So you strengthen your point because you challenge more and be more critical. So that's my point on that now. So have to separate the
I would add on
person.
because I would add on, or I'll push back to what Bunti said, because actually in the world, right, there's a lot of people making a lot of comments every day, especially people in position of power. Your politicians, your economists, your whoever. At the end of the day, I mean, at one point in time, everybody was saying that, oh, China population is going to collapse by 2100, or China economy is going to collapse by this date, or what nonsense, right? So if you put a timeline to it, it's very easy to verify. So like myself, right, just now in the previous episode, we talk about giving an opinion for the stock market in the 2 years, right? Then Eric asked me what will prove me wrong. So by putting a timeline, you hold people accountable. But if you don't put a timeline, it's very hard to say that the argument is false, or if it's very long. For example, a lot of economists or people that chart the population say by 2100, China population is going to be like 600 or 700 million. By the time, probably not even on the world already. So nobody can disprove the comment. You get what I mean? So by putting out this kind of comments, I can't disprove it. And the only way you can do it is by track record. So like what Mr. Lu that time also say, most of the times you look at track record, like how the person performed, what stocks he picked, whether he's good or not. But this doesn't necessarily guarantee success in the future, but at least it gives you some sort of assurance that, oh, this guy kind of knows what he's doing. So in a way, I would say that I would go out to argue that I wouldn't even trust the track record. Just take the person at face value, like what he said at face value, and then you verify yourself, and then you come up with your own opinion. At least when you die, you know that how you died, because you were the one that chose the. You made a lot of DD. You do a lot of due diligence. You went on to kind of research and understand, and then you decided that you want to stick with this philosophy. And time tell that maybe in 10 years' time, in retrospect, in hindsight, it failed. It didn't give that optimal result. So at least you blame yourself, ma. You don't say that, oh, because I follow Kelvin, I lose money in options for 10 years, then I blame Kelvin. Kelvin is stupid. Kelvin is come gone, or whatever what kind of terms they like to use. So that's just my opinion. At the end of the day,
This one nice. This comment.
Yeah, got now next comment. This comment damn good. So now they other than attack the views, they attack how you look. So why do all of them look inbred? So for those who looking inbred just means, how do I put it?
Like your parents are close kin.
Okay. Yeah. So they look inbred. So this is an attack to our...
My question is, how does an inbred look like? I don't know.
How three of us look like? That's how it looks like. I mean, based on the comment, that's how it looks like.
Oh, I don't even get the joke, man.
You have to know how it looks like, right? You look at the mirror, that's how it looks like. Right? I mean,
we get a big mirror.
Yeah. Those people that are spiteful will reply like that. Yeah. That's how it looks like.
What is BBFA? BBFA.
We forever alone. We forever alone.
Means will be single, cannot get
Actually,
get spouse.
That only applies to me in that video. Because the rest of them are all attached with kids. Yeah, all attached with kids, so it doesn't matter. But anyway, there will be some BBFA investment expert on EDMW, if not for the fact that they were able to garner audience on YouTube.
I think the positive thing that we can take away from this, right, is in spite of how we look, no.
Wow, not easy, man.
Hey,
don't like that. Easy,
it's like if all of us looks like what Korean star, right? Then that is, I mean, understandable, right? We'll get views,
of course, we'll get a few million subs, right? That's why now we are not at a few million.
Means that our view is so good.
Yeah, you look at our face. people like, in spite of how we look, they still like, okay lah, whatever. They still come here for some entertainment. Yeah, at least we provide some entertainment, right?
Yeah.
Right.
And our opinion carries some weight, you know?
Yeah, positive from that remark.
On that part, actually, Adam Khoo still okay, quite knowledgeable in general. The rest are like nerds who read books, say what, follow books, do what.
I only follow Chiking.
Because I follow books also, ma. So we are all following books.
Yeah, this one, I kind of agree. Like, okay, the nerds parts I do agree, but read books, say what, follow books, do what. It's more like describing someone who just like, you know, very like just listen and just do in a very uncreative ways, right? I think that's the point, right? But I'm a bit like when I read that sentence, I was a bit like, which books? Like are we following which books now? So a bit don't get the point. So if able to get more comments, that would be great.
Right. This part, I think this is a very common theme. A lot of people have been have been commenting on how Kelvin actually pronounce stuff. So they like to say it's Kelvin, not Kelvin.
Did Chris also ask him to?
I think
market or
yeah,
something?
yeah, market in Chris's video.
So he knows lah. He knows his pronunciation is a little bit off.
But I think
Yeah.
Kelvin sounds very nice there, like always win. We also we also use this to differentiate
not-
him from other normal Kelvin, you know.
At least it's not
the normal
Kelvin,
one.
right?
Yeah. He's the superior Kelvin.
Kelvin.
Yeah.
Okay, so another one. He's talking about Adam. So true, he's good at running business. He also came from a rich family and gave him a good head start. Probably had some connections as well. The other 4 YouTubers all average SES. Kena rat gao gao by the markets and by Adam.
What is SES?
Social economic status.
Social economic status. Means we are average people. We are not rich. We have fun staying poor.
But how does this person know we come from average? Like can tell from the inbred look.
Because you inbreed, man.
You can tell a lot of things from the looks, yeah. You look like pui forever alone. You look inbreed. You look average set. You look this, you look that. You can tell a lot from the looks.
Yeah, lor. I think what's more worrying is all these people that I can't even look at them because I can't even see them. So sad.
You see all their faces. Hey, see up.
This one?
No, up. You see their faces, all those says look can trust.
Oh, yeah, this one, correct. Same comment. Same type of comment.
A lot of people they can look at the, I don't know, like so the same comment, right? If you use it on Adam, right? I don't know. Do they think that he's high sass look? Because he is high sass,
yeah.
Then do they trust him? Still no, right?
Right.
So I don't know what's they just saying for the sake of being spiteful, I feel.
Yeah.
Sometimes. Yeah.
Hi guys, this is Kelvin here. Welcome to my channel.
Actually,
this is
this one is quite accurate.
This is a this is not the first time I see this. In other threads, you also get similar comments.
This one quite funny. Okay, this one I gotta give it to them. They're actually quite good with their
Very
honey.
funny, yeah.
Yeah. Chicken,
Okay,
you have
no more
you
already.
have this kind of like
Sorry?
honey thing that translate what you say.
What do you mean?
Like, do people translate what you say into like some funny?
Oh, not really, but I think
enunciation?
my thread is mostly on how I lose a lot of money and lose until my pants drop. That's general gist.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Kelvin's one is more like his like pronunciation.
And the options one. I think the options and crypto got him quite a lot of this
Hit.
kind of hit. For Tesla, I think it's a normal thing because he's not the only one that has all in Tesla. There's so many. So I think it's not really very I would say not very surprising in a way. Like he's not the only unique one. Yeah. Then I think we've come to the end of the thread. I think there's nothing much to
Hopefully
share
next
already.
time we will have more exciting, spicy ones.
Yes. I think if all the people in EDMW is watching, I think this is still okay. Maybe y'all can up your game also a bit.
Yeah.
If not, yeah.
My takeaway
Not
from
fun,
this is that I should visit EDMW more often because there are really good stuff there, quite funny.
So yeah. Sometimes also I don't even know how to reply, some of the comments, but okay, it's fine.
Do you
Okay.
need to reply?
No, I don't. I mean, reply is in innate reply lah. Like if somebody says that to me, I'll say something back lah. Like sometimes it's just speechless.
Speechless.
Like for inbred that comment, I'm just like okay.
Very funny, I think.
Okay. So I think with that, hope you guys enjoyed this reaction video. Kelvin is not here, so we took the time to kind of reflect back on our journey thus far. So yeah, hope to see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.